everyone, welcome back to another stream. Today, oh, hi Bubbly, welcome in. Today we're going to be continuing on Hardcore World. Mostly because I was planning on today being a drawing stream, but I'm tired. We have a few minutes to talk about our Savior BTTV emotes. No. It's heckin' snowing, guys. Is that intended? Yes. That is, okay. Did you just Philza rip me for not wanting to hear about BTTV emotes? Shook hands with the devil down on the side, bought the drink. With a pad and his pencil stabbed by his side, he said, tell me what you think. I've been looking for my savior, looking for my truth. I even asked my shrink, he brought me down to his little set. Take out a special, let me tell. You think you won't find him down on Sunset, or at a party in the hills, at the bottom of a bottle, or when you're tripping on some pills. When they sold you the dream you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, wait. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sip of his whiskey said, now that you're with me, well, I think that you should stay. Now I know you've been busy searching through the city, so let me share the way. I know I'm not your savior, I know you're not your truth. I think there could be friends, he said. Come on, we'll hang out with the devil. Let me tell you, in the end, I will find him down on Sunset, or at a party in the hills, at the bottom of a bottle, or when you're tripping on some pills. When they sold you the dream, you were just 16, packed your bag and ran away. And it's a crying shame you came all this way, 'cause you won't find Jesus in LA. And it's a crying shame you came all this way, 'cause you won't find Jesus in LA. So, I want to talk about something. My music is really loud for me. Like, it's at the right volume for you guys, but Jesus. Also, my mic's louder than normal because I don't have my AC on, so I'm like constantly clipping my mic. I want to complain, chatters. Yesterday, the reason I did not stream was because my bones said no. And not no to streaming, just no in general. Like, I could not keep my joints in line for the life of me. I still have my shoulder dislocated right now, and I can't get it to fix, and it's so frustrating. It hurts so bad. Ah. God. But, like, my joints have been just refusing to stay in line lately, and it's been literally a pain. Can I make that jump? Nope. Nope. But you know what I can do? You know what I can do that I haven't been doing this entire time because I'm dumb? Fucking teleport. Are you bitches fucking dense? I literally have infinite teleports and I just, like, oh so casually forgot. Probably push it, toast polish. Okay, so I am, like, out of wood now. This is gonna be a very chill stream today. Because my sleep schedule is out of whack due to pain. And I can't get my shoulder to set, so I don't want to be, like, super energetic. But literally anytime I go, it's gonna be a chill stream, you guys are like, fuck no, fuck that. So, we'll see. I'm also, like, 40% sure that one of my ribs are dislocated. Check it. Dude, just, like, today has been just rough. Like, I wound up accidentally dropping a knife on my hand earlier today and, like, cutting my hand. Like, I accidentally cut my hand to start off with. Didn't know you could dislocate a rib? Oh yeah, easily. It's very uncomfortable. Don't recommend. Those emeralds are actually, that birch sapling is actually looking pretty good because it means I don't have to go searching. If you dislocate a rib, you actually have to be really careful because it can very easily puncture your lungs. But it feels more like only a partial dislocation than a full one. Pog. Anyway. Thank you. Just killing those 3 things brought my sword down to like a 3rd durability, which honestly sounds right. But, I think, from what it feels like one of my ribs are partially dislocated. My jaw has been, like, just based off feeling alone, one side of my jaw is dislocated and the other isn't. And my jaw keeps, like, closing at a very uncomfortable angle. And my shoulder is just, I've, like, said it, like, 5 times. And it's just not staying. I'm just kind of sitting here like, what the hell did I even do to deserve this? But yes, dislocating a rib is a very real experience that you can have. It is just as awful as it sounds. Ribs are honestly one of the hardest joints to dislocate, but yeah. Basically, think about it like this. When you breathe in, your like ribs expand, right? Like, you know how like you breathe in and your ribs expand? All the points in which it does that, those are all joints. There's a front joint, a back joint, so one that connects to the sternum, one that connects to the spine. Those are the ones that almost always dislocate. And then there's very firm cartilage on the side that technically, I guess, counts as a joint. And that is the point where your ribs normally break. And based off what I'm feeling, it feels like I have a partial dislocation on the joint closest to the sternum. That is like, it just feels like everything is pulling forward. And while I was wearing my corset, it didn't hurt as bad. But I took off my corset because I was overheating. But I do run the very real risk of, like, I stretch the wrong way and slip it out completely and then have to go to the hospital. I'm hooked on a feeling. And by the way, if I were to go to the hospital to get it fixed, they would tell me tough luck, do drugs about it. Because the only way to fix a dislocated rib is surgery, which I can't afford, or to more or less, like, wait it out. Like, there are other ways, but that's kind of, like, the main ways that doctors use. Hooked on a feeling. For pretty much any medical issue I've ever had, I'm like, hey, I'm in pain, and they're like, cool, do drugs about it. Hey, the drugs didn't help. Cool. Sorry. Can you give me something to fix the pain? No, it seems like you're drug seeking. Well, will the drugs fix the pain? I'm sorry, I'm laughing and it hurts. I'm tempted to try and just mute and then fix it on stream because I can. This guy wants the job so bad that he forgot how to open a door. You know, she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand. Said, baby, I just wanna dance with my pretty little Galway girl. Galway girl. I was sitting there talking about how I'm in pain and how if I were to go to a hospital it wouldn't do anything. And you're like, yes. While they're talking about excruciating pain, let's drown them. Fuck you. Fuck the pain you're in. Drown. Welcome in, Catsy. It's been a while. How are you? Said water box punishment, you get a water box. Fair enough. I mean, I was about to start talking badly about myself, but Maury's in chat and Maury will yell at me. Ah. Shoulder fucking hurts. Duo stream watching at the moment. Nice. Oh my gosh! Scythe! Oh! Scythe and Phantom, thank you both so much for the raids. One right after the other. Love it when that happens. Thank you for the resub, Phantom. Money for Buckle. I got money. Yes. And for those who missed the very beginning of this, I am in a lot of pain, so I am aiming to make this stream a bit more chill, because if I laugh, I hurt bad. Today has been, like, rough for me. I have had multiple joints just refusing to cooperate. So, like, feels like one of my ribs is partially dislocated. My shoulder will not relocate. I've said it like 4 times. Hang on. 5 times. Ow. Hey, Frost. 5 times. And it refuses to stay in socket where my shoulder refuses to stay in socket where it belongs. My hips aren't doing the same thing, but they're kind of close, of like, I keep setting them and they refuse. But in this time, instead of me setting it over and over again, they refuse. Instead, it's, I cannot set it. I have done all of the normal techniques and none of them are working. While I was hanging out in Phantom's stream, I got jump scared by a video I was watching, knocked a knife off my desk. I thought it was a fork and accidentally caught it, and like lightly stabbed my hand. Hit a wall, but it might help with. I'm not gonna be going around and hitting any walls. And only one side of my jaw is dislocated. The other part is fine enough. Have you ever had one half of your jaw dislocated? Here's a hint. If you haven't, it sucks. Can I sit in VC with you? I just want to vibe. I will not be answering questions about the video I had you watch. You can vibe in VC. Okay, good. Because I wasn't going to answer any questions if you asked. Hang on, it looks like Discord's being dumb, so give it some time. USA. But yeah, basically, the universe took one look at my body today and went, fuck that thing in particular. And a glass of water for whoever lets Atlas out of the water box. Taking short, shallow breaths to prevent pain makes it feel like you're suffocating. Just so you know. Very uncomfortable experience. Do not recommend. But if you ever choose to, why? Ah, freedom! I really need to set that up to do that automatically. You can wait till you're in BC, that's fine. Need to wait for Discord to stop being a bitch. Okay, there it goes. Hi, Phantom.
Hi.
How are
Okay,
you?
now I have to drink my glass of water.
Yes, you do. Think of me. You ever seen a cat, like, look at something after you placed it down on a table and then bap it off the table, and you're just kind of, like, this is like the 4th time you've picked it up, and you're just kind of staring at this cat like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh yes, I had this like
I feel like
the capsule before. I would just place it on my desk, and whenever my cat was on it and he saw it, he would just right off. Ow,
that's what it feels like the universe is doing with my body.
I want to set up a building mod pack.
Heck yeah, do it. Phantom's really quiet? Yeah, Phantom's really quiet on my end, too.
Do you want me to swallow my microphone?
Why were you so goddamn loud on your stream? But the
because
moment
I have amplifiers on my microphone on my stream one.
The fuck?
I have my mic right up to my mouth now. Am I louder?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. If I had my webcam set up and I had good lighting, I could show you how close I am to my microphone right now. If I don't breathe correctly, you will hear me breathe, probably.
Ow. Me being in pain from laughing makes me want to laugh. Help.
No laugh.
That's not helpful. Shut up. You're gonna make me laugh and it's gonna hurt and then I'll start crying.
No, don't cry. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. I have 3 monitors and I'm still getting used to it.
So, I will not be answering.
Sure
I will not be answering questions about the video I sent you. However, I will be asking questions. What did you think?
I feel like that was just a lot of confusion.
Would you believe me if I told you that was part of a sponsor?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a sponsor bit. Would you believe me if I told you it's also connected to an ongoing storyline?
Yep.
I fucking love that artist. So good.
Also, bubbly, I did chug my glass of water. Oh, there's a little dribble left. And I basically finished my peach tea. I have now nothing to drink.
Bubbly released me from prison.
If you put them in, I'm going to scream. What version should I put the Minecraft on? I don't want the Warden.
The 118 too.
1.18 too?
Yeah, that's what I'm playing on
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I don't want the Warden because I don't feel comfortable enough to play Minecraft with the Warden. You know?
119 is what adds the deep dark, I'm about 90% sure.
Yeah, and then
I mean, if we're wrong, then we'll find out. Ow.
17. What did 17 add?
My friends say, I know you love her, but it's over me. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away. Let her go. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah, I found this really cool thing off Amazon. So I have a boom arm thing, and there's a wall mount I found for it.
Didn't you just make an entire wall?
Yeah, it's for $20.
Nice. Next goal, get a quest.
I know, but I still have to like put fun stuff in my new office.
So how does it feel to have an office?
I'm still getting over the fact that I have 3 monitors. And it's not complete yet because we have to put a cat door in because cats. And we have to put a fan in because this area gets really warm with the computer running and just being in it. Even though it's not 100% soundproof, like there's like that gap at the top of the roof. Still,
it's much better than it was.
Oh yeah. They say when I'm talking, it sounds like I'm in the other room, but when they're talking, I feel like they're right next to me sometimes. But I think it's because they're just much louder than I am most times.
That's true.
Like the British man I live with is very, very loud.
The British. Do you have no other way of describing them?
They're British. And if we didn't have them, then someone wouldn't be alive today.
Me, I would not be alive. I would be dead.
No. COVID, they were the sole reason my family survived COVID.
Is that so?
Yes, because during COVID, we dealt with a lot of mental health issues. A bunch of it just came up around that time as well. And they were the thing that kept us sane. So.
Sounds straight.
My mother deals with. Because my mother has the depresso and whatnot, so she was barely able to cook meals for herself, let alone me and my sibling. And she had to work, which is just. So, okay, yes, back to my creating. Ow.
Yeah,
I want to go get my iPad and draw. might go get my iPad and continue drawing the dress I make. And
I adjusted my shoulder before I sat down, like rested my arm, and I just realized in doing that I pulled it out of socket again. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. That makes 5 times I've adjusted my shoulder today.
it just pop out.
Yeah.
It no like you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Okay.
And this is why Hi, friend.
Do Endermen still aggro on you?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought because you
fuck.
were an Enderling they didn't.
No, they do.
Okay. So that understands why you got scared. We got spooked.
They do. There's a different version of Endarian, though, in which they don't.
Okay. Do you know what the mod is where it tells you what you're looking at?
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm. Sorry.
it's alright.
You can Google that, though.
That
Mod
would be
that tells
good.
you what you're looking at.
Yeah. I'm just working on. Since I'm not actually. Like, I'm gonna keep this as vanilla as possible. What? Phantom is called what now?
Wait, no. The mod you're looking for is Walia.
Oh. Thank you. I'm like, what are you calling me? Okay, thank you.
There's some
Oh,
mods that are only playable if you have Walia, and that's annoying as hell. Walia,
yeah, I
what
can
I
see
am
it.
looking at.
Oh my god. I hate how simple that is. Well, yeah. What I am looking at.
What
I
am
hate.
I looking at? I misread it.
I genuinely hate how that work. How that just works. Oh, I guess Bookshelf comes with one of the things I downloaded for this pack. Basically, my plan for this pack I'm making is it's just going to be basically completely vanilla.
But
Except for there's going to be bits and chisels. There's going to be fairy lights. There's going to be stuff to just basically make really cool builds.
mm-hmm.
And also the mess tweaks and whatnot is going to be in it. Nature's. Wait, that's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. Nature's Compass. I never looked more into that.
Nature's Compass is pretty useful if you do a lot of exploring or you're looking to get to every biome.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, it's kind of useless. I missed.
Yeah, I thought you were just calling me something mean. It's fine though.
I'm trying to
Yeah, this is
slowly
just going to be a
increase the
building
scale
pack.
of my
I'm not going to
builds.
worry about Connected textures. What does this look like? Because I'm
Connected.
iffy about connect
No, no, no,
textures
no, no.
section.
Do connected textures. Trust me, it'll look so much better.
I'm looking into what it is first. Can you show me? Oh my god. Okay. Give me information over here.
Brass says also Phantom. I don't call people rude names, but I do.
Oh, it's like Optifine, but not Optifine. From what
No,
I
it
can
doesn't
see.
do the optimization tweaks of Optifine. Are you using
I'm using Forge to put this together.
Okay, I was gonna ask because if you were using Fabric, then you should use Sodium in order to do the same thing as Optifine, but you're not, so.
Mm-hmm. Can
I have a mod pack suggestion that's only half a joke. Like, it's only partially a joke.
uh-huh.
Do I think it would be fun if you added it? Yes. Should you? Probably not. You will be incredibly frustrated.
Which one?
I think it's temperature or something.
Oh, the one where you have to deal with the temperature and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna add that one, the connected textures one right now because no. Comforts. Wait, yes. I kind of want comforts because it gives you hammocks and stuff, which can be used for building and or just fun.
Hammocks allow you to sleep during the day. Sleep the day away,
Mm-hmm.
literally. Useful for
Open
low
block.
efficiency mob farms. Or specific mod packs.
Oh, those are teleporters. I don't want to make teleporters. I want furniture stuff. What's some good furniture mods you suggest?
I don't have any good furniture mods, mostly because I don't like furniture mods, but I do have a suggestion, but I don't know if it's fabric or forge.
Okay.
Tile consistencies. Basically, any
Tile consistencies. I totally spelled consistencies wrong. Nope. That's community. How do you spell consistencies?
CONIS. Hang on.
CON. Are you just gonna type it to me?
No, I'm typing it out. CONISTANCIES.
ISTN.
No. Con, cis, tan, C's.
Can you spell it very slowly to me?
CON,
Mm-hmm.
CIS,
CIS.
TAN,
TIN.
CIES. That should get you close enough.
CIES. Nope.
Basically, I'll have to
Let me
take a
see.
look and find it. But basically, what the mod does is any block that you can get as one type of block adds it to every other type of block. So,
Okay, I googled how to spell it correctly.
made the Minecraft mod pack. He added this thing called Terra Firmacraft, and it's so, yeah.
I didn't know I added it. I think it's on Fabric
Oh.
because I can't find it.
But basically, I'll have to look it up. But any block that you can get any block type that you can get as every other block type. So you can get
Tiled stairs or tiled stone bricks.
yeah, stuff like that.
I like that.
You mentioned that you
I
wanted to make
want.
this a building mod pack, and so I figured I'd mention it.
Yeah. I would love. I would love for there to actually be in vanilla Minecraft stone tiles or something like that, or polished of the andesite bricks and stuff like that, because that would be so good. It'd be so good to do. Be like, okay, what mods do I have in here? Oh, I haven't added fairy lights yet.
Consistency plus should be.
There it is. All right.
That takes the concept of adding in quote-unquote missing block variants to a whole new level. It supports both Forge and Fabric for versions 1.16 and newer.
Got it. All right. Wait, I'm gonna be. Wait. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be so sad if this is true.
What?
No. My fairy lights that I want, that have inspired this whole my mod pack, only go up to 1.16.5.
Aw. I'm
They're
sorry.
so pretty. I'm gonna just.
I'm pretty sure there's a Forge mod called Future, I think it is, where you can
Future
uh
MC.
yeah, that adds the next updates to whatever mod pack you're using. So you can
Yeah,
run a thing on 1.16.
1.16.5, but I have like the newer stuff.
Yeah, double check that though. I'm not for
I
sure
was
on how it works.
I was using another pack with that, and I saw bees and stuff like that. So, and it
Okay,
was
and I'm not sure if
1.12.
it also works for other mods. Yeah, I don't know if it adds compatibility with modern mods. You have to check that if you're going to use it.
Future MC. I totally spelled future wrong. It's fine. It's not fine. Okay. I could always just make it 16.5 and then just add these mods to it.
Yeah.
With the future MC.
But we're not sure if future MC will be compatible with the other modern mods.
With other mods that I've put on.
Yeah, so Consistency Plus may not be compatible with Future.
We'll see.
Because what Future does is it just adds the Future update as a back port.
Mm-hmm.
So it might not work the same.
We're gonna test it out.
Okay.
Okay. So this one, add more content. That one. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Um. Okay, so this one.
Do you have something to help hold your arm in place? Yeah, I have a sling. I own one. Yeah. I'm just not using it right now because
Okay,
I'm
because it's A+.
streaming.
Future.
I'm pretty
How do you
sure
spell future? How do you use that?
Future. Do you need me to say it again?
No,
Okay.
I need it to show up.
Don't care about stock markets. That's not what I'm asking. Future. What the fuck?
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I was
Future
looking.
MC.
There we go. Control C. Here, add more content. Control V. Oh, that future mod. Would that do it? It adds all the stuff. It even adds illagers.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
it'll be identified as a it'll be identified as a mod, not as the original game.
Okay, I'm double checking. Okay, nope. It's not gonna have it for 1.16.5. It only does it up from, or it only does it for 1.12 being the high, 1.12.2 being the highest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright. We'll just make the mod pack 1.16.5. It just means I won't have lanterns and stuff like that. But wait, I will. I'll have all that stuff. That probably makes sense why it's. The only thing I'll be missing
Steep.
from that's more.
Okay.
Only thing I'll be missing is probably copper. Oh yeah.
You'll be missing everything from 118. 117 was a very underwhelming update, but 118 had the higher levels up and down. You'll
No,
have.
1.17 had that as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh. You'll be missing deep dark copper. Hang on.
I don't really need copper. Copper's nice to use, but
came in 117. Caves and Cliffs Part 1 gave you goats, axolotls, building blocks like drip leaf. What?
Sorry.
Hmm?
I started reading the comments.
My Wi-Fi is refusing to cooperate with me, so I can't read that right now.
When you can, it's great.
Okay. Sorry I seem so dead inside right now. I am in a lot of pain and I'm just kind of gritting my teeth and bearing it right now because I want to stream for at least an hour and I'm so close to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's so close.
Oh, 1.16.5 might have copper and stuff. Might. We'll have to see. I'll have to boot it up and whatnot.
see where all the issues are. Fucking. I'm fine. I'm so scared. Awake me from my nightmare. Cause I'm comfortable now. Bang, bang, bang.
The only thing I don't like about some things is how, like, when some things when you're shopping for on Amazon and whatnot, how photoshopped stuff look of people using the microphone. Like, yeah, they probably were using it, but they didn't have it right in front of their face like that. And you don't even got shading for it.
Yes, we all know that all of us, actors and streamers, ingest our microphone to be heard even a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
That is a universal constant that everyone experiences, no matter the mic quality.
Well, this is only advertising the stand of it, not the microphone, but it's still, like, very funny.
I hate it here. God damn it. I was excited to get away without taking fall damage, but so close. As soon as I end stream, I'm going to take medication to deal with the pain. I'm gonna put myself in a sling, and I'm gonna put myself the fuck to bed.
Bed good.
Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. Bedtime.
Hmm?
You know, person in your chat earlier who spent just a shit ton of bits on you, I am mildly scared that he's just gonna pop up in my chat too.
He plans to.
I am
Delta
well aware.
plans to.
I'm well aware.
Okay, what mods do I have in here?
This is a death trap.
Okay. Yes, what am I looking at? I need that. And. Okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to. No, 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 no. I didn't want that in there.
Honestly, something I haven't talked about much. One of the biggest reasons why I'm so uncomfortable accepting money is because of some shit that happened before my rebranding. For those of you who haven't been around for a while, this is gonna shock you. This is honestly probably gonna shock you, Phantom, because I don't think I've told you this story yet. But, whenever I first started streaming, there was this one girl. I know Katsy remembers this because Katsy was in, I think Katsy was in the server that we all shared and watched all of this bullshit go down. And I'm not going to say all of it because some of it's not my story to tell, but all of, like, it is genuinely a super, like, insane story. So, there was this girl who, my boyfriend was dating at the time. And she would come and hang out in my streams, and she would only do it whenever she was very, very, very high on prescription meds. And she would always spend like a shit ton of money on my stream. And I really appreciated it. But her and my boyfriend went through a really nasty breakup. And one of the things that led up to it was every single donation that she had sent me, she refunded. Because at the time I had a thing where, um, I don't do this anymore, but at the time I had a thing where for $10 I will set fire to whatever you tell me to set fire to. And it was a
Mhm.
great way to get like early donations in and shit. And so she was like regularly donating and, enjoying the fact that she could set fire to whatever the hell she wanted. So she'd come in, spend 30, 40 bucks a night, and then leave. She wound up refunding all of that money, which totaled to around $600. And for every single refund, I gave her the exact same response of, you requested me to burn something down in my Minecraft world. I have VOD proof that I did it. You have no grounds. And yet her bank still gave her the refund. And every time like someone that I don't wholeheartedly trust sends me money nowadays, I have that very deep anxious feeling that they're going to wind up contesting it with their bank and trying to get a refund. And because I have like no money, I don't get enough income off Twitch to count for anything. Literally, legally speaking, my income is less than $50 a month. I have the constant fear of someone's going to donate something to me, with the exception of Josie, because Josie was on my side and even sent money to help pay off the debt that I went into because of this girl. Um, uh, I have this constant fear that they're going to charge back all of it and put me into debt when I genuinely cannot make money. And
Mhm.
I worry about that all the time now. It's not something I should have ever had to worry about in the first place.
Yeah.
I had multiple panic attacks over it. Actually, whenever I get added as a new mod to other people's chats, first thing I do is I go through and I ban her from everyone's chats with the reasoning of tip scammer.
Mhm.
So she's already banned from your chat, Phantom.
Was that the person you said not to worry about when you banded them?
Yeah. Like, you gave me mod and I immediately banned her and was like, don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, over $600 in chargebacks. And all of it was through PayPal donations and none of it was through bits or subs. And
Mhm.
she had ad block on, so I didn't even get ad revenue from her. All she would do is come into my chat, cause chaos, leave, and then later cause problems. And it's
Mhm.
not the fun kind of chaos. So,
Nope. There we go.
the fact
Fairy
that
light.
is a thing someone can do seems incredibly flawed. It is. The reason I'm not saying names, by the way, like, there's a lot more to this story, but the reason that I'm not telling all of it is because a lot of it is my girlfriend's story to tell, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. So I'm only telling my part of it because there is a lot more to this story. Tell it? Okay. So,
Who's
here's
Lunar, by the way? I have not seen them
that's my
before.
girlfriend. It's my girlfriend.
Okay. Hi.
Anyway, so I'm going to go through the story semi chronologically. There will be issues with timing here and there because it is going to be warped by how I perceive the story. Give permission, stupid ad. Thank you. There is going to be issues because of how I perceive the story time wise, but I'm going to try to keep the storyline pretty consistent. Um, if I fuck up a timing, thing, love, feel free to correct me on it. So, um, starting off with let's give the characters in these story names. I'm going to call Lunar Faye my girlfriend Faye. My boyfriend who was dating this person is Z because that's his online name as well. And I'm going to be calling the girl who caused all of this J.
Oh, I was gonna say bitch, but okay.
No, because I can't. That's her first initial. So if I fuck up and almost say her name, I can correct myself. That's what I do with almost all my stories. Is if I almost fuck up, I can fix it. Anyway, so um, Z was dating Jay for a while, like a very long time. This was, I believe, his longest relationship ever. But 8 years, yeah. So it was a very fucking long relationship. And she over the course of the relationship, she more or less slowly loses it. Uh she has medical issue after medical issue after medical issue that more or less completely degrades her sanity. There is pretty much nothing left of her at this point. And the only thing I ever knew of her was that Jay was a manipulative bitch. Uh, like, she would go to Z, like, I need attention. And he's like, I've had a really long day. I need a break. Can you give me like 15 minutes because I've been having a hard time? And then her response was like, well, I guess if you don't need me, I'll just go and I'll just take all of my prescription medication. Like that type of shit. And behind the scenes, I didn't know this at the time. Uh, she was saying shit about how Faye and I were trying to take Z from her. Um, and a lot of just nonsensical bullshit. So, we're all in this Discord server. It's an adults only Discord server, and in order to be in the Discord server, you have to verify your age. But it's just like a safe space. Only thing she did for him was materialistic. True. Um, the so where was I? Right.
Discord
So
server.
we're all in the same Discord server, and Jade does not like the fact that my girlfriend does not like the fact that Faye is like very very much favorited by everyone. Not like not literally favorited, but in the favorited in the type of way of like she knew everyone and everyone knew her, and she's very much a social butterfly. And if you're a social butterfly in a group where everyone is looking to meet up and just hang out, you're gonna get along with everyone. That's just, it's kind of a thing. And Jay fucking hated that. Hated the fact that
Jay?
she would, yeah, the bitch
Okay.
that I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes when you say J, I think I hear Z.
Mm, that's okay.
So
So, yeah. So, at the time, Jay was like very angry that Faye was getting like a lot of love and attention. And the main reason that she was getting so much love and attention at the time was because her Faye's grandfather passed away. And unlike me, she's very close with her family. It was a big deal. It was like have you ever like talked to someone who was like very very close with their family and they talk about like someone getting into an accident and they immediately start tearing up? Yeah, it was that, except worse because the person was dead. Like that's the only way I can really explain it. Um so of course with family member death, she's going to be getting a lot of like care and attention, right? That's just reasonable. Anyway, so Jay absolutely cannot handle the fact that she's center of attention and starts talking shit to everyone behind Z and Faye's back. And I'm gonna be honest, this part of the story it gets really hazy for me because I don't know what happened first. But here's what I am here from my point of view. Here's the series of events. Jay gets angry at Faye for being like center of attention all the time. Sends quote unquote evidence, emphasis on the air quotes, of Faye telling Jay to off herself. Important note, this never happened. The photos were so poorly photoshopped that us three, Faye, Z, and I, were all mocking them. Like, it was that bad. You could see where she had taken Faye's Facebook profile picture and cropped out the name and put it into the Discord profile picture. So the moderators snapped into action before collecting all of the evidence, before asking anyone anything, and within 20 minutes of the report being made, Faye gets banned. Gets banned, and it's a mess. So, because of the ban, Z notices, I believe, and gets angry and starts talking to the mods. Why was Faye banned? And they explain the situation and don't say who it was, but we all know it's Jay because of previous behavior. So, Z confronts Jay about this. Like, so why are you saying this? And Jay lies through her teeth. It's all true, and she's been awful to me. She's always awful to me, and I can just never. Said I was attention stealing, called me a bitch, temporary breakup, suicide baiting, and then full breakup. Basically went off the rails, talking about how Faye was an awful person and was terrible. And then whenever Z rightfully called her out on all her bullshit, she started saying, well, if I'm such a terrible person, then I guess you just think I should die then. I should just go and take all my pills and kill myself. And his response was, I think we need a break. And so she goes and immediately starts attention seeking for another person to act as a emotional crutch for her in the Discord that we're all a part of. And at this point, people have started to catch wind of her bullshit. Like, you really get the social butterfly who is nothing but love banned. Seriously? So, at this point, Faye is unbanned, and then, because of the absolute public meltdown that Jay had, Z wound up deciding that the breakup was permanent, and she flipped her shit and left the Discord that all of us shared. Keep in mind, Faye got like a big dark oak tree, maybe. Faye was unbanned. The mods who made the mistake made a formal apology to her, and then for about I want to say it was almost a year afterwards, she had her own custom tag in the server that was like an apology or some sort. Apology or like some sort from the moderators of like, we messed up or whatever. And the way all of this kind of comes full circle and concludes is the reason that she was doing all of this, the reason that she lost her mind against everyone and everything, she did not like the fact that she had had multiple surgeries that had, like, this is kind of like the central cataclysm of it all. She had multiple surgeries that went horrifically wrong. Uh, and because of that, Z was not agreeing to let her travel. Still have the tag. I got banned because the mods are dum-dums. Yeah. But Jay was not allowed to travel the multiple-hour flight, which she was not stable enough to leave the house and was regularly still in hospital because she was still in hospital and could not leave the house. No, it's okay. But yeah. And so this, like, hey, you should not leave the house, you are not fit to leave, well, I'm just gonna blow up and destroy everything, and then gets all of her contacts cut. And keep in mind, this was a building up for a long time. That wasn't like the only thing that caused all of this, but it was like if none of this would have happened had she just accepted the no. If she would have stopped pushing boundaries.
I'm Googling something
Yeah.
real quick.
She tried to come into my chat 3 days after everyone was, like, done with her and fucking abandoned, like, just left. And it comes into my chat and goes, I know you don't want to talk to me, but I think you should hear me out and hear why Faye is a terrible person. And I respond by banning her, and the ban message is, you got your one message, don't talk to me again, or I will be filing a restraining order. And I haven't heard from her since. I don't even have an unban request from her.
I can buy my candy I really like off of
So,
Amazon.
You can, yes. So yeah. It is genuinely such a fucking crazy story. Like, you know, I've done this shit where I've, like, scrolled through Reddit and I've wanted to post about this, but it genuinely feels like a story that someone will comment on and go, and then everybody clapped, because that's the type of story it feels like. It feels like I will tell this and someone will respond with, and then everyone clapped. It's just that chaotic of a fucking story. And I would not blame them for not believing me.
I'm trying to think of any of the chaotic, if I have any chaotic snow. I read snow when I was like, snow. If I've had any chaotic stories.
Genuinely, for the sake of your own sanity, I really hope you never have to deal with someone like Jay.
Oh, you know what? This is more recent in my life. So, you know, my father has to pay child support because my sibling is much, much younger than me. Okay? And literally almost everyone said he apparently got a new car a while ago. Okay? And apparently, this is what everyone's. It's like, and he only pays like, I think he pays below average for what he should be paying for child support. And I remember my nana going, or I was told my nana went, you know, if he can buy a new car, he should be able to pay more for child support. And I was like, probably.
Faye says also she didn't like the fact that it had been 8 years and she never met Z in person, and Faye and I just kind of moved in. But the reason that she was never able to visit is because her health has been so shit that she can't leave, and she's also a fucking cat hoarder. It's not one or the other. She can't, pick a struggle. It's gotta be both. I see the hydrate, thank you.
Your birthday is the 25th, right?
No! It's the 17th!
Oh, shit.
It's the 17th. It's not the 19th. It's not the 18th. It's not the 25th. And it's not the 23rd. The number of times I've had to correct this.
I'm sorry.
It's not just you.
It's just a weird day.
I know. Actually, to be fair, I was supposed to be born on the 19th, but my doctor wanted, but my mom's OB wanted to go on a vacation and therefore threw her into early labor. Part of the reason was dumbass one gatekeeper. Her health went downhill after I came to the picture. Yeah, thought it was the 18th. I was supposed to be born on the 19th, but my mother's OB wanted to go on a vacation to Hawaii, and thus forced my mother to go into early labor, despite my mother saying that she wanted to wait it out.
Am I just dumb for not knowing what OB is?
OBGYN, obstetrician and gynecologist.
Oh.
Wait a minute, your age redacted. Have you not been to an OB before?
Mm-mm. I don't know what that means.
You need to talk to your mom about going to an OB.
Why?
It's basic healthcare shit, dude. And I don't mean that as like an aggressive thing. I'm talking like genuinely. If you are financially and physically able to, you should be going to your OB every year. You should be going to your OB every year up until you hit 25, and after that, every 2 to 3 years. Confused on the tea that went on? Feel free to ask away. Ask questions. I'll be happy to answer, as far as I'm aware. The reason why I phrased the age the way that I did is because Phantom doesn't like talking about their age, but I do know how old they actually are, so I just, pretended to insert a number. Just the TLDR of it. Crazy chick gets jealous about the fact that girlfriend and I moved in with boyfriend, and she didn't, and then fakes fake suicide, fake someone else suicide baiting, gets said person banned, and then actually suicide baits in order to get what she wants, and then fails. That's the TLDR.
My most drama happened all on a funny website that still exists today.
Omegle.
I
No.
think most of the stuff is still posted. But it's like a dead website right now. But basically, I talked a little bit about the stream. It's basically the same person who I was having this on-off relationship with, and they it never it at first it felt like it was like this was a real person talking to me, or like someone who was actually being themselves talking to me. But then like I'm looking back on it and I'm like always worried whenever people are talking to me in certain ways, because I'm like, are you talking to me, or are you role playing to me, you know?
Yeah.
And I have these like a bunch of like conversations with them where they'd be like in the middle
Enjoy food
of
nap. Sorry,
at
girlfriend went
one
out for
point
lunch.
um they would be like in the middle of a fight between two people, which I for some reason now think it was the same person. Um was in the middle of fighting them and they were texting me mid fight. Like what? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, pause for
Um
just 1 second. Catsy, they're the same person. That's what's crazy. They're the same fucking person. Sorry. Anyway, sorry about that.
yeah, it's fine. But it was just stupid in that point. And this I talked about this on my stream. This person apparently had 5 other different romantic partners and never told me. Never told me, never I don't even think the other ones knew. And I found out through a third party. And then when I confronted them about this, they said they were polyamorous. And I'm like,
Uh, mm, mm-mm.
and then I remember that I also had like some really bad issues with them before because like they were never saying the honest truth with me before and whatnot. And they were always like changing their like stories a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like I remember saying during that conversation being like, I have really big trust issues with you. Please tell me. Like just like tell me the truth. They're like, I'm polyamorous. I'm like, no, we're done. Cause
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just existing in mild disbelief at all the bullshit that has gone down in my life. Have you ever like just sat back and looked at the shitstorm that was your life and went, "What the fuck? Who let it get this bad?" I'm experiencing one of those moments.
mm-hmm. You could wait. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I'm playing my mod pack slightly at the moment. Basically, kind of just like looking through stuff.
That's fine. I'm just kind of existing. Inside me rested is my test. You don't need
Ooh,
saving anymore, anymore. But I'm still waving from the not so distant shore. Oh my god.
I was really hoping that was gonna be taller. Oh, you can't make it taller.
What? So confused at what truly went on. Dude, it. Okay, the version of the story that I'm telling is that I told for stream is honestly like the really passive like Twitch safe version because some of the shit that Jay had said in private is insane. Z straight up recorded a conversation like the confrontation to use as proof to get Faye unbanned. And listening to that recording was like watching a wreck in slow motion. There's nothing you can do to stop it, but dear God, what the fuck am I looking at?
Sorry, that's interesting to hear that type of description for something.
Like, I mean this as honestly and genuinely as I possibly can. I do not want to like overstate. I don't want to like overstate it or like go over it. But I swear to God, this recording was. I'm pretty sure I still have the recording saved in my files somewhere. I think it's under the not my shit part of my folders. But This fucking, oh my god, this, take a breath. She goes from like begging for someone to believe her to like enraged and like deranged almost, to crying that no one ever listens and that she has proof, and then when Z responds with okay, screen share it, she's like I can't, I have other things up. And then by the end of it, she goes from like begging and like manipulative and like trying desperately to get someone on her side to at one point she straight up mentioned how she could because she had my back charges still pending, she just straight up mentioned that she could quote financially ruin you guys, as if $600 would financially ruin us whenever it was just me who had taken on that burden. And
Why is this so big?
I'm just kind of existing like, why am I being dragged into this? Like I'm dead serious. It was like listening to a wreck in slow motion. And I know because I lived through my 5-car pile-up wreck in slow motion. Oh my god, it genuinely insane. If I didn't feel like that would be like a huge overstep, I would ask Z to like censor the recordings and post it. Like censor the names and post it. Also, Phantom, the thing with polyamory is with the consent of others is
Yeah.
with the consent of others in the relationship. Polyamory isn't an excuse. If they wanted that kind of relationship, it should have been brought up with you or whoever the first one was before they have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I wish TV dramas could come up with this type of
Better stuff than
insanity.
your life.
I could, dude, the types of stories I could tell from my life that I straight up believe that if I posted somewhere with, because I don't have proof of these stories, speeded to your server, it spreaded to your server would shock me, right? No, I'm referring to Crew as the server that we shared. I'm referring to Crew as that because we all were in that same server together. Anyway, like I have stories that of things that I did where I know that I would get comments like, and then everybody clapped, because that's just the type of like life that I have experienced where it just genuinely feels that unbelievable to listen to. A good example of this. My aunt is a very bad person, very abusive, terrible person. Do not interact on every level. If she's listening to this, fuck you. I know what you did. Uh, because I 100% believe that because of how abusive that family line was, I do 100% believe that they're still tracking me in some way. I would not be surprised. But I have them blocked on any social media I know them on, so doing normal NPC stuff and then boom, yeah. So I was my aunt, what like I said, very terrible person, very awful. I have a very, very vivid memory of this. And I can tell you for a fact that it happened because my aunt has the medical records of it. But I do not have access to those medical records, so I have no proof. But what happened was my elder cousin, who I'm just gonna call him Dick because it was a dick, and it also matches his first initial. But uh my aunt was talking to my youngest cousin, uh, who, at the time, she was like 4, 5 years old. She was very small, like a baby. And of course, being a baby, she doesn't understand how money works. And so she takes mom's credit card, trying to figure out how does the money work. And then she comes to the conclusion of, oh, of course, the number's on it. That's how much money's on the card. And then puts it back on my aunt's dresser. She puts the cards back on my aunt's dresser instead of putting it back in her wallet. Because by the time that she was done looking at it and trying to figure it out, my aunt had already left for work. Which, okay, to be fair, that would be a frustrating situation. She had run out of smokes that day, and she was frustrated that she couldn't get her smokes. It's understandable that she was frustrated. What's not understandable is chasing around, again, a baby. Remember, my cousin is very young at the time, and my aunt was so pissed that she chased her around with a studded belt, screaming and yelling at her. My elder cousin Dick heard this and was gonna make a joke that you called him a dick, but I don't know if you take it. No, go for it because it's not even close. Um, my cousin Dick gets pissed off that their screaming and yelling is interrupting his Call of Duty games, so he comes down from the top floor. This is a 4-story house. He comes down from the top floor to the ground floor because there's top floor, ground floor, middle floor, basement. He comes from the top floor to the middle floor, grabs the belt from my aunt, and pins her to the wall by the throat using the belt. And is screaming, "How do you like it? How do you like it? I bet you don't like being beat, do you?" And they only stop because my grandmother comes down the stairs with a gun. And she threatens to shoot the both of them if they don't shut up so she can focus on her work. Not even because they're fighting. No, not to protect the kids, mind you. Not to protect the kids, not to be like, hey, you guys need to stop fighting because this is bullshit and your argument's bullshit. No, because she wants to get back to work and they're annoying her. This is not the first and nor the last time that she goes through and threatens people with a gun because they annoy her. Another story featuring my aunt and my grandmother whenever my aunt was younger. My same aunt recognized that she was being abused by my grandmother and tries to run away, and my grandmother hunts her down with a pitchfork. I shit you not. They lived on a farm and they raised show cattle. My grandmother hunts her down with a pitchfork and throws it over an electrified fence, which my aunt just leaped over like a like there was pictures of this, which I again don't have access to because I cut contact. Leaped over the electric fence, and then my grandmother spears her in the shoulder with this thrown with this thrown pitchfork, and pins her to a tree, and then leaves her there overnight. Because she didn't do her chores of watering the cattle and taking 3 of them on a walk. That wasn't a badass grandma moment. That was a extremely abusive narcissist gets violent moment. And these are very regular family stories. I'm telling you, I could not tell this shit anywhere because no one would believe me. Here's another good one. We call this one the boys under the blanket story. I shit you not. My grandmother used to work really, really early. Whenever my mom was a kid, my grandmother would work really, really early in the morning to really, really late at night. So my mom had invited my mom and my aunt, different aunt, had invited some friends over to hang out with. And my grandmother's rule is they can stay as long as they want, but they're not allowed to sleep over. Emphasis on the word sleep. So my aunts. My aunt and my mother thought it would be a wonderful idea to just, stay up all night because, they're not like going, they're not staying asleep, but whenever my grandmother wakes up, she does one of two things. One, she either starts a pot of coffee, or she gets in the shower. My mother and my aunt heard the shower water running, and recognizing that this meant that that my grandmother was going to come downstairs naked, instead of shooing the boys out, they threw a bunch of blankets and comforters over like the boys in the middle of this like L-shaped couch. And my mother was on one side of the couch, my aunt was on the other side of the couch, leaning away from the pile of blankets that were in the middle, and my grandmother comes into the living room completely nude, and they don't tell her for almost 30 years. And when she eventually finds out, because one of the boys made it their senior quote for graduating college, for the yearbook in college, mind you, her response is to tie both my aunt and my grandmother by their hair to the barn. At this time, my mother was pregnant with me. Wait, no, my mother already had me at this point. I was already born. I was being watched by my mom's friend.
Your family's weird.
My family is what happens whenever you get a narcissistic abuser and a violent drunk have kids. The violent drunk dies, and then narcissistic abuser marries for money.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, the shit that goes down in my family is so fucking weird. I also have stories that, keep in mind, these are just from my parents' generation, not even like from my generation. Like my sister, my brothers, my sister, brothers, stepbrothers, cousins, and I. Let's see. Of course, there was the one I told you about earlier with my cousin coming down and beating the shit out of my aunt for interrupting his video game. There was my elder half brother Lance was that. I'm not kidding. That's his name. Lance and Chance are my half brothers. Lance was carrying around at my half sister's graduation. Mom says, "Be careful! You don't want to drop him and ruin that nice outfit." And his response was, "I won't drop him." He runs, immediately trips over a curb, drops me, and busts his face open. But he falls in such a way that I am unharmed. But he ripped my dress.
That's like a moment where you should have knocked on wood.
So one of my grandmas has an electric fence for their cattle. My brother was staying there one night, and when we picked him up, they were talking about how my brother touched that out of curiosity. He's 10, got his finger shocked, and I jokingly told my brother, "First one to touch the fence wins," and started doing a fake run. My brother ran up to that fence and touched it, and I felt so bad. Aww. That's wholesomely painful. Love it.
Oh, it feels like something that would be so That feels like something I would do with my cousins.
Let's see. What's another story I have? Oh, I've been trying to get back in contact with I've been trying to find my half sister recently. I haven't been able to find her per se, but what I have found, uh, what I have found out about her is that she has blocked every single person who is the descendant of my grandmother because they're related to my grandmother. And honestly, fair enough. Like, yeah, okay. Reasonable. uh,
So she's one of the sane people in your family?
right? The story, according to what I was told, emphasis on what I was told, because absolutely no one in my bloodline that I am aware of is a reliable narrator, I swear to God. But, I will wait. That's the name of the song. Thanks for asking. Um, so, from what I could piece together, this story may be half truth, it may be fabricated, I don't know. But the parts of the story that are consistent across all of my family's stories. Keep in mind, this may not even be true, this is just what's consistent. So, my elder sister at some point either was caught sleeping with a guy or got pregnant or something happened with a guy and they didn't like it. My mom tried to tell her to stop, don't be with guy, do something, don't have kid, whatever, I don't know. Told her to no. And her response was, I literally moved out already, and therefore you don't have any power over me. And when my mom heard this, she went to my dad, and my dad, same exact phrasing from every single person that I talked to, lost his mind about the disrespect, threatened her with a gun. Though the story varies on whether it was threatened with a gun or just threatened. And then her response was to cut all contact completely and permanently. Anyone who has tried to reach out to talk to her has been immediately blocked. My mother has a stalker account in which she follows my half-sister, but I'm not sure if they have any contact. That's why I'm about 80% sure that my mother has a stalker account in which she follows me on. But I can't tell which it is because I know her stalker account usernames, and none of them match. I literally check my active users before every stream, looking for someone who has the same usernames, waiting, so that as soon as I see her username, I can call it and block her. Do I think she has a Twitch? No. Do I think she will get a Twitch specifically to watch me? Yes. I think she is that crazy. Correction, I know she is that crazy because she did not use Snapchat at all until my sister started using Snapchat. And then she made a fake Snapchat account, claimed it was from someone from school, and then punished her for things that she posted privately while dealing with mental health crises. So, I know damn well that that is exactly something that she would do. And that's another thing I'm constantly paranoid about, is I'll be like talking and enjoying my life, and one day she just hops in and be like, actually, I don't want you to be with those people anymore. How come you lied to me before you moved out? Because it wasn't your fucking business.
There we go.
But yeah. Oh my god, my throat hurts. I've been getting so loud over this shit. I am in pain. But yeah, it's one of those things of like, I know I have seen the crazy that my family has, and that's what scares me. Not the possibility, the fact that I know for a goddamn fact that if it hasn't already happened, it probably will. That honestly, genuinely, if you hear me like talking about like a family story and I cut it off with if you're listening, fuck you, that's why. Because I know my family is batshit insane enough to lurk and stalk me for months, even years at a time. My mom went out of her way to try and figure out what my Amino account was. Except the thing is, I knew that she would do that and had 4 fakes so that she wouldn't be able to find me. And that still wasn't enough. I really, really genuinely wish I could, like, say that I was, like, overreacting or faking it. I know my family is crazy enough to stalk me for months or years at a time, and that's what scares me about them.
Understandably
Because
so.
the reason that they would stalk me isn't because, oh, I was worried about you. I was worried about how you were doing. I want to make sure you're okay. It wouldn't be any of that. They would say it would be that. And then the moment that I start talking to them because, oh, you were worried about me. Let me go ahead and talk to you again. The moment that I open up that door, they will criticize everything I've ever done. And I know that because that's exactly what they did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone through this cycle over and over and over, and I am so fucking tired. And genuinely, the only way is I know that I will be like not thinking about this and worried about it anymore is if they're either dead or I have a restraining order. And the only reason I don't have a restraining order is because it would be worth way too much it would be worth way too much effort for someone who isn't trying to contact me right now. Do I believe they're stalking me? Yes, absolutely. But I don't have proof of it, and therefore I'm not going to do anything about it. Because even if I think so, even if I know my family's history, I do not have proof. And that's the big thing you need for a fucking restraining order. My mother has tried to contact me through my sister multiple times. And every single time, it's something along the lines of, do you want something? Do you want me to get you something? And I know that she holds gifts over people's heads and use them as bargaining chips. And so every single time, it's either, no, I don't want anything, or I want you to pay me back. And that's it. You can feel free to mock me and call me crazy. Got an idea for your build? You should try and do like snow piles around your house. Ooh, I like that idea. You can feel free to like call me crazy or whatever, like mock me. That's fair. Honestly, I know how batshit insane I sound right now. I know because I had to talk my sister through this exact same level of paranoia. Does that make it any less like freaky? No, because we both know our family line well enough to know that these are genuine risks. I plan on redoing the roof next time I'm on this world. Not next stream, but next time I'm here. Because I'm not happy with it. But yeah.
I'm upset I have to redo parts of my sky model because my references, because I moved the file where they were before, are gone. So I have to put the references back and then redo it all. And
Yeah. You could do alternate with slabs and stairs. I'm thinking about doing you know like how A-line roofs are? I'm thinking about doing that but backwards. Where instead of doing a block vertically, it's a block horizontally. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want to talk about this a lot because I know I sound crazy. I know I sound insane. I know damn well from far too much experience of trying to explain this to other people that I sound like I'm completely batshit insane. Which honestly, fair enough. What type of person genuinely honestly believes that someone who they've cut contact with is continuing to stalk them? I made on my old YouTube account, the one before I rebranded, the old one. I actually don't have access to this one anymore. I had a video of a couple videos. It was a collection of videos. You missed a pumpkin, did I? I had a collection of videos. Um. Had a collection of videos where my sister and my dad were in. Oh, I did. Were in the car, driving home, and just singing along to music on the radio, and we were having a great time. And I didn't think that my mom had subscribed on that account. Turns out she was subscribed on that account because she broke into my phone. Probably a random stupid thing, but they should make it so grass doesn't. Yeah, true. She broke into my account, found what the name of my account was, and subscribed. And so whenever she saw us driving after dark, she went and laid into my dad, stepdad. Also an abusive fuck, but that's not the point of the story. And there was literally nothing I could do because she had pulled up the videos as proof, and then I unlisted them after that. I made sure to post any videos that I wanted to keep on private. I still have some of those old videos on my account that I used before the rebranding. I don't know. Dude, I'm tired. Talking about this shit is exhausting because I feel like every time I talk about it, I'm going crazy. I feel like I have way too much paranoia, but I also know that all of it is founded in reality, and that scares me. So it makes me feel like I'm crazy when I talk about this. I planned on ending stream about an hour ago now. Dude, I am tired. I am in pain. Let's see who's open to raid.
Shorty is live.
Short is live.
The shortest.
Send your love and kindness to Short.
If not, we'll eat you. Might be tasty.
Raid emote is raid message is 2 water box emotes and Atlas raid.
Can't do those. Those are fire. Those are follow only.
I didn't think those. Yeah, those are follower emotes, aren't they?
You can't use follower emotes in other people's chats.
You can't?
Yeah, I know, it's really disappointing.
That's dumb. Anyway, just heart emotes then. Bye everyone. That's dumb.